Welcome to step 4 of your 7-step journey to creating your first complete trip on YouLi. Now, of course, the most important thing when you are publishing our trip is making sure you get paid. So let's talk about how to set prices and connect your Stripe account or Square account so that you can get paid by your travelers. So first you want to come into your trip and you want to click into Update Trip and then Cost. From here, you can set all the information about costs that will be displayed under the dollar symbol on the travel page. So in this case, it's currently set as an estimated price. So if you're still gathering interest and you haven't locked everything down, you can say starting from 3,000 USD, for example. And that means that people will see this information, but they can't actually book and pay on the travel page. However, if you are ready to actually charge, then you can click Finalize Price and put in 3,000 USD, and then you can choose your preferred payment methods. So you can collect payments via credit card, and that's using a connected Stripe or Square account, or you can use provided bank transfer instructions, and you can type anything into this box in terms of how to transfer the money directly. And typically this doesn't involve any bank fees unless you're doing a wire transfer internationally. And of course, all of that is independent of YouLi, so there's no YouLi fees for the bank transfer option. However, there are fees associated with credit card transactions on the YouLi platform unless you are a foundation member. So let's go ahead and connect our Stripe account. And notice that this jumps us into our account settings and into our payments tab. So you can get there directly by clicking from here to account and then payments. And from here you can connect with Stripe. Now if you prefer to connect with Square, just open a support ticket and ask us to switch your account to point at Square instead of Stripe. Now from here it's going to tell you what your transactional payment is going to be. So if one of your travelers pays via your travel page, in addition to any credit card processing fees, which run from around 1.5% to 3%, then on top of that is going to be this percentage, which is the YouLi fee. Now this fee can be dropped all the way to 0 if you subscribe to a foundation membership. But of course, setting up your Stripe account is completely free, so there's no obligation there. And then you completely control everything from within your Stripe account. And of course, we don't keep credit cards, you don't keep credit cards, so it's all very, very secure. And of course, you can always manually track payments in YouLi, so this is not restricting you to using only credit card payments. So we jump into the connection with Stripe, and from here, if you've already got a Stripe account, you can sign in from the corner here, or you can complete this application. And depending on the country that you choose, it will ask you different information. So the country that you need to choose is the country that your bank account is in. And so we're just going to quickly log in to an existing Stripe account. And then once you've logged in, it's going to say, do you want to connect? And you say, yes, connect my Stripe account. And then you come back and everything's green. And it will indicate the statement descriptor. Now this is what you've configured in Stripe that will show up on your actual customer's statement when the charge goes through on their credit card. So if this doesn't look right to you, you simply need to click on Go to Stripe Dashboard and update that business information within your business settings in the Stripe system. If you need any help there, Stripe guys are great. You can always open a support ticket and they'll get you sorted. You can of course remove this connection at any time. So now that we've done this, we're going to pop back into our trip and we're going to click into cost again. We're going to finalize our price to 3,000 US dollars. And now we're going to select payments with credit card. This time it's all green. And now it indicates which booking fees apply and allows you to jump in and manage your connection via YouLi, or you can go straight to your Stripe dashboard to manage your payments. We're also going to offer our travelers a bank transfer option, and there is the option for PayPal as well, but we'll skip that for now. And now for the fun bit, installments. So most of you will prefer to collect deposits, and so you'll come in here and indicate maybe a 20% deposit. And then this is really important, when you set your due date. So the due date, if we say, is August 15th, there will actually be 3 automated payment reminders sent to those who have said yes to the trip. So anyone who's registered or confirmed their attendance. And it's going to send 1 week prior to this due date, on the due date, and 2 days after. So that's simply a templated email that's going to direct them back to your travel page with your branding, and it'll tell them exactly how much they owe. So if they have forgotten to pay, YouLi will make sure to automatically remind them. And that information will also be shown on your activity feed. So if you ever want to check and see whether or not a message has been sent, you can check the activity log and it'll tell you that those reminders have been sent. Then you can follow up if they're also ignoring the automated emails. So that's how you set up an installment. You don't have to do 100% here if you don't want to, but you can actually break it up into multiple installments. So you could do another 40%, and this is the first installment, and you could make that due a month after that, and then save. And so that's how you modify and add to your installments. Put our deposit back at 20% and add. And so as you can see, it dynamically adjusts. You can change these as you go along, so don't worry if you don't have those perfect from the beginning, but you do want it in there before you start promoting it to your travelers. And then here you can change this label. This is what it's going to show on the page where payments are collected, and the explanation of what's included is shown. So we can call this payment details or T&Cs. Again, it's whatever works for your brand and what your travelers will expect to see. And then we're going to save those changes. And we're going to take a look at how that looks. So now you'll see that it shows an actual price and that it's clickable because we've populated it, and also that this is now showing on the left-hand side with a dollar symbol and the label that we just set. So if you click from here or from here, it takes you to the same place. This is in preview mode. When it's actually being viewed by a traveler, that will be their name. If they're in an invitation group, it'll actually show multiple names here for the whole family or for the pair that's traveling. And they can see their options, and so they can pay their deposit, the first installment, or the balance due. And when they change that, it changes the amount that is going to get paid. So now they can choose a payment method, either credit card or direct bank transfer. So those are the options that you have now enabled. Now remember, this is preview, so this isn't active. In order to experience this as a traveler, you can invite yourself to the trip. And this is all something you would do prior to sort of setting it to go live. So we're just going to put this in as a test. And we're going to say that this person is going, and we'll add, and then we can view as. And now I can actually see this is for my test. And when I choose this, I can click the Pay Now button, and that pops up into that Stripe pop-up, and you'll see it says Powered by Stripe down at the bottom, and they can enter their card information here and then continue on to pay. Now, of course, this is a live site, so if you put in a real transaction, you will be charged. If you do need to test, you can always set your trip for $1 if you want to go through the full flow. And of course, direct bank transfer option. So in this case, it's merely providing the instructions to the traveler, and when they click the confirm payment button, it will send an email and indicate that that confirmation is pending. And so that sends an email both to the traveler as well as to you. And when you get that email, it's going to send you back to Manage Payments. And you're going to see that a bank transfer has been scheduled by this person. And assuming that you've seen it in your bank account, you can mark that as received. And then it goes green here and it shows you that it's part paid, so they still owe $2,400. And if you go back and view it as the traveler, you can now see that that's gone green, so they know you received the payment, and now it shows that the remainder due is $2,400. If they pay the next installment, it's only $1,200, and if they pay the balance due, it's $2,400. And again, they have the same payment options. Now, all of this is very dynamic, so you can change these things along the way, including, for example, offering a discount. So the trip price is $3,000, but if you wanted to offer a early bird price, you can actually change this to be $2,400. Update that, and then view, and you will now see that her new payment is $2,400, her new total due, and then it will automatically calculate the percentage and show a new amount owing of $1,800, and the balance due is also automatically updated. So all of that is controllable on your side. You can customize, or you can just let the system automatically show your travelers the final cost per person of the trip. So lots of flexibility there, and I do hope you get in and check out all of the installment options. And next up, we're going to be talking through the very important tasks component so that you can get all the information you need from your travelers before they go.